Welcome to Wolfie's world, where English becomes your superpower. No matter your level, we break grammar down into clear steps with real examples and superhero energy. Let's get started.
Today, we're learning the present continuous tense, used for things happening right now, like I'm watching a video or she's eating lunch. We'll break it down simply with examples and practice. Now let's explore when we use the present continuous. We use it for three situations. Actions happening at the moment, like I'm learning English. Temporary situations, such as she's staying in London for a few weeks. Future plans. For example, we're having lunch with friends tomorrow. This tense helps us talk about things that are active, changing, or planned. Let's move on to how we build the sentences. Now let's learn how to make present continuous sentences in the affirmative form. We use am, is, or are, depending on the subject. Here are some examples. I am eating. Use am with I. She is reading. Use is with he, she, or it. They are playing. Use are with we, you, or they. The structure is subject plus am, is, or are, plus a verb with ing. This helps us talk about things happening right now in a clear and correct way. Now let's look at how to make negative sentences in the present continuous tense. The structure is subject plus am, is, or are, plus not, plus a verb with ing. For example, I am not eating. She is not watching TV. They are not playing football. We can also use contractions. She is not becomes she isn't. They are not becomes they aren't. But with I, we just say I am not. We don't say amn't. Using these forms helps us say what is not happening right now. Now let's look at contractions in present continuous negative forms. We can shorten is not to isn't. For example, he isn't running. Are not becomes aren't, like they aren't swimming. But am not has no contraction. We just say, I am not eating. These contractions make our sentences sound more natural when speaking. Now let's talk about present continuous questions. We begin with am, is, or are, then the subject, and then the verb ing. For example, am I studying for the test? Is she reading a book? Are they playing football? Use am with I, is with he, she, or it, and are with we, you, or they. This structure helps us ask about actions happening right now. Let's try a few together with fill-in-the-blank exercises next. Let's practice present continuous in affirmative sentences. Use this structure. Subject plus am, is, or are, plus verb with ing. Let's try. I, reading a book. She, cooking dinner. We, watching a movie. The correct answers are, I am reading, she is cooking, we are watching. This form helps us talk about things happening right now. Can you think of something you are doing at this moment? Let's now move on to the negative form. Let's look at present continuous in the negative form. We use this structure. Subject plus am, is, or are, plus not, plus verbing. For example, I am not listening to music. He isn't running. They aren't eating dinner. Use isn't and aren't as contractions to sound more natural. Remember, we say I am not. There's no short form for that. These sentences help us talk about what is not happening right now. Let's move on to forming present continuous questions. Now let's learn how to ask questions using the present continuous tense. We start with am, is, or are, followed by the subject and a verbing. Let's try these. You watching TV right now? The answer is are. She talking to her friend? The answer is they studying for their exam? The answer is are. This question form helps us ask what someone is doing right now. Let's keep practicing together. It gets easier with each try.
Great job today, hero. Keep practicing, stay curious, and remember, Every step makes your English stronger. I'm Wolfie, and I'll see you in the next lesson.